Um, I have really a close, knit tight family and people that's in my circle. You know, always been close to my grandparents, my mother, my brothers, and my sisters. I have a twin brother and two older brothers besides my twin brother, and he's older than me too. Then I have two older sisters, and I've been raised by my mom. And I'm from Akron, Ohio. I grew up in Ohio. I'm born in Ohio. Um, my grandmother's the one that got me into sports and got me playing basketball, while my grandfather is the one who's really helped me along the way. You know, not just being a grandparent, but helping me get into training. Connecting with people as far as AAU goes, helping me and my brother, reach the next level as since we were little kids, in middle school and then starting to high school. And then as far as my high school journey goes, it started off at Brookville High School on the west side of Akron. It was really major me picking that school. And I think it was really big for the city that we were able to reach to the state Final Four and the playoffs. So I think that was really a good accomplishment of mine and a really great memory that I always remember. And then my journey didn't stop there though, because I went to West Reserve Academy for 1 year. My sophomore year, had a really good experience there. But after that, came back to Brookville High School, which I just finished my junior year at. We finished the season in the regional finals. So that's been my summary of my basketball life leading up to this moment in time. So that's where I'm at now. Yeah, my sister ran track. My auntie, she was broke records at the high school I'm currently at with track. She was an amazing athlete, went to Kentucky. My older brother played football. My other older brother, he wrestled. Yeah. So a lot of my family been athletes, and it's something that's ran through the family, but not so much basketball as you would think, but mostly track because we all were in track, really, to be honest. So. Just basketball, but as I was younger, I really fell in love with football. But my mom didn't let me play it because the injuries and things that happen when you're playing the sport. But I really used to like football and just admired it more than basketball at one point in time when I was younger. But as time went on, I just ran track. I started running track when I was younger, and then I started playing basketball and track. I was playing basketball and track at the same time. But that's around track season around where AAU is in the spring. So that's when I had to just cut it off and just stick to basketball. So, yeah. I was at a young age. I stopped doing track around sixth grade because that's when I really started getting deep into basketball and AAU and understanding, there's other top basketball players in the country or around the nation. I know that's probably kind of young, but that's really when I started playing AAU at the higher level, like real AAU, where you're traveling and seeing other people across the country. So I didn't really have time for track, but I did spend that summer. That was my last summer running with the track team because I went to their practices for conditioning reasons, to help me with my conditioning. But I would never have time for the meets, being on they were on the weekends, the same weekends as my tournaments. So after that year, that's when I started running track. I was fast. I was real good at track. I ran the 100, 200, and 400, and the 800 actually. But I never got it to run a mile like that. But I was pretty fast when I was young. So I really and then I did a little track and field. I can't really remember what kind of events I did when I went to the field part, but I know I did some with high jump or long jump or something like that. But yeah, I was an athlete ever since I was younger, so I did a variety of races, but just not the super long distance ones. I don't know. I really can't explain it. I guess it's just the people that I looked up to, the people that I watched doing the things that I just like. Like it was just cool to me. It just fun. It looked fun. When I played it, it was just always fun ever since I was growing up. I would be at my grandparents' house, just watching the NBA games, and just watching highlights. But then I would just get just so inspired and just wanting to have fun and just go out there and try to go in the backyard and try to shoot on the hoop because I could see them doing the things that I really like to do. So basketball has always been something that I love and always been something that, you know, just been just something that I just always enjoyed. So I don't really know what specifically moment I fall in love with it. It's just, just always been something I've been used to since I was younger. So and it just developed over time. Currently now I'm 6'7", 210 pounds. That's right. That I don't know. I found it out probably a couple years ago, but that's outdated. I hope I've grew since then, so I can't really give you a current measurement. I don't really know. I could say my dad was pretty tall, but he wasn't super tall. I think he was like 6'3", 6'4". I know my cousins. I have some tall cousins, definitely, but you know, sometimes it's God given. I don't really have a lot of people that are around that's close to my family that's 6'8", 6'7". But just God just blessed me with this my physical frame and who I am. So yeah, my dad he played football. I know that. And I know my brother he wrestled and played football also. And my other brother he played football and went to college for it. As a D1 athlete. So yeah, that's definitely runs in the family. Yeah, my grandfather boxed and played football also. So yeah. My greatest strengths. One, I would start with my motor. I feel like my motor allows me to do a lot of variety of things on the court. Adds to my versatility of a player who I am. I would like to say that I'm very athletic. I'm very aggressive, and I also can shoot it too. So that really opens up my game. Like being able to shoot score on all three levels, you're always a threat wherever you're out on the floor. Always giving the coach a headache on the opposing team. So that's something that I can really describe in my game. I can handle it. I can get to where I'm going to the basket. I can shoot it, step back, set shot. And I'm always going to look out for my teammates. Since I draw so much attention on the floor, I'm always looking out for my teammates and getting my teammates involved. I'm doing a variety of things on offense, and I match that up with my energy on defense, whether it's blocking shots or guarding the perimeter, things like that, guarding a lot of different positions, which is really needed in today's the way the game is today. So I really think I'm a very versatile player. And that really helps me out and separates me. I would say I'm always up for the challenge to guard the opposing team's best player. I'm long, so that really helps me out when I'm guarding smaller guards, but I'm also fast and quick. So that helps me when I'm guarding taller players that matches how long I am. You know what I'm saying? As a defender, I'm always going to be on the defensive boards. Never going to allow teams to get offensive rebounds. That really can change the game a lot. So, I'm always a high level rebounder. I really play defense. I block shots. Um, my jumping ability helps me with that. Me being so athletic that even if somebody does get a step on me, I can really catch up to them, get the block. So that really helps my team out a lot. I would say just my feel for the game. As I get older, as I began to play more and more basketball, been around more coaches, more people that's gonna teach me certain things. I feel like my pace of the game is gonna get better and better. Me polishing my game up even more, things like that. Certain shot selections, whether it's just my game in general. I think um, just it's a lot of things to work on. Like I can always work on finishing, shooting, ball handling, things like that. So I'm always gonna stay in the gym. I always understand that I always can improve, always, always. But just me being just my polishness and making the game simplified, if that makes sense. Just as I get older, I feel like that's gonna get better, and that's something that's really my focus. I would definitely say my shooting ability because my athleticism tends to stick out to people. But I really improved my shooting ability from my sophomore year where I shot 39% from the three to this year. I ended up shooting 55%. So that's really something people don't credit me enough for. But, it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to keep staying in the gym because I'm still not where I want to be as far as that goes either. So, but that's just one thing I feel like people should notice more about my game.
A lot more.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. And more reps, more hours in the gym. Your feel and touch for the shooting is gonna get better and better. That's all. It only can get better when you're staying in the gym. So, but yeah, I definitely worked on it. Changed my shot when I was younger, leading up to my high school moment I've been stepping into high school. So it's always something that's really keyed in. You can't just be, at this level and the way the game is now, you can't just be a player that's just athletic and right off of that. Some people might, but not really get away with it. But nah, you got to be skilled the way the game is now. So right, you unlock so much more potential when you're able to shoot the ball. So it's definitely something people should know, should work on daily. A game, I would say probably three or four. Because my sophomore year I had more of a green, I would say yeah, green light, but I was younger, so as I got older, I started taking better attempts, better shots selection. Shots that I know I can make, but it's like at the same time, I'm probably gonna be more aggressive with going to the basket rather than shooting that right there in this moment in time of the game. Probably gonna get going at the basket rather than starting off the game shooting threes or something like that. So that's what I said. Like I said earlier, polishing my game up. That's just gonna come as I get older. So that's one thing I think increase my percentage. Just being more smart with my shot selections, and just credit myself with the work that I put in the gym. Always staying in the gym and always getting up extra shots daily. So that's it. That's definitely what's up. Um, Training regimen has just been during the school season. It was I go to school in the morning. Obviously I have to go to school during the day, and right after school, I will get a workout in. Then I have team practice that I might shoot on the gun after practice, or I might shoot on the gun before practice starts for the team. I'm definitely gonna get up shots before the game always. Not really much of a workout, but I'm definitely gonna shoot on the gun, or I might work out, either one. But as the season ended, I have more time in my day. I've been doing strength and conditioning throughout the day, and then I might shoot, and then I might train later on, or I might train at like 1 o'clock, and then shoot later on at 7 or something like that. So get on the gun. So definitely been in the gym every day though. I think it's something that's just like as a kid, you fall in love with the game, so you just want to get better. When you fall in love with the results, you fall in love with the process and the journey. But along the way, it's definitely my granddad's helped me instill that into me and helped me like taking me to workouts and really pushing me and telling me what I need to get done. So that's really helped. But it's just when you love something, you really have dreams and aspirations to do something. You just want to invest in yourself, invest your time into something, and really just go all in on it. So that's just what I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? So this is something I love. It's something I really want to be really good and really great at. So I don't really mind it. It might be some days. I'm human. We're all human. Some days we don't want to do something as much, but you just know you just got to get it done. It's just how life is and how life goes. So you just got to keep with your head down and just keep putting the work in. And it's going, the results are going to show. Everybody loves results when you put some work into something. So yeah, definitely. Just me as a person, as my personality. You know what I'm saying? Just always been a competitive player, always been a competitive person. So people are gonna really be able to see that when they're playing against me or whether they're watching me play on the sideline. It's always just in me and it just is who I am. You know what I'm saying? I don't like losing. I don't, I love winning. I just love dominating. So it's definitely something that's in me. Tough matchups. I'll say being that I played at the USA basketball, like playing with we're playing with the older kids. It was definitely a lot of tough matchups that I had. being at that level. It's people all across the country that's doing what you do, training just like you, and what I'm saying, bigger, some taller. So so I played against uh Greg. I know Greg Brown. I had to guard him for a couple plays. Playing against Caleb Love, that's at North Carolina right now. I seen him play. He was really good. Who else? Who else? It's really somebody that stuck out to me. Oh, can I say NBA player that I play with, like at a pickup? Oh, Devin Booker. Yeah. Um, Unfortunately, I found myself having to guard him a couple times. So, that's somebody. D'Angelo Russell. I've had to guard both of those guys. So, they're obviously pros. So they definitely know what they're doing. It's just good to see and watch and to be right in front of them. So those are really good people that I really played against along the years. I just learned from the advice that they gave me. You know what I'm saying? And just seeing where their work took them, and the people being that who they are in person. You know what I'm saying? So just more so them leading by example. I won't say a specific quote or just like a word that stuck with me, but even though it has been things that they said that stuck with me, but just being able to see them and them leading by example and being who they are, that's really something that stuck with me. Just the experience of being around them or with them. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, a lot. You get to see something that you look up to and admire. Seeing it right in front of you, it just you can think in your head like where you match up. What you got to do to get to where they're at. Just seeing it in person for you, just having your own personal experience with it. That's definitely boosted my experience. Something I always remember to this day. Yeah, high school season was hard. We actually had to miss some games because of the restrictions of COVID, but you know, we didn't let it get to us. It was hard that we couldn't have training team camps with the team. Build a better bond and have more chemistry leading up to the beginning of the season. But we worked through it. You know what I'm saying? We had to get a COVID test, which was a lot for every game. So but I'm really just thankful that we seen something that could be taken away just like that. We were able to still play and do what we love. So that's just so I just feel so blessed that we're able to do that. So, I would say it just embodies the basketball culture of Northeast Ohio in general. You know what I'm saying? It's always it's big around here. You know what I'm saying? It's just big. It's just the schools, the style of play, the toughness, things like that. Up and down type pace. That's how basketball is now up here. So it's really big. It's not really like a football area or nothing like that. It's more so basketball. So that's how it is for me. I want to say I model my game after anybody. I want to play like me and be me, but it's people that I look up to that I watch their game, but I don't really take from their game or nothing like that. I just admire it and look up to it. But I just trying to build be the best player who I could be and see the potential in myself. So if anything, I'll feel the weight and expectations from myself. I don't really worry about what other people have expectations on me because granted that I feel like they're supposed to because I work for to be in the position that I am to be in. So I don't take it as a negative thing like, oh, I just got to do it. I'm gonna just fail. Like I feel as though God's gonna be with me in my path, and I just got to keep putting the work in and making the right decisions as I keep getting older and keep going. So I think I'll be all right. I don't really have too much pressure or negative thoughts towards it. You know what I'm saying? A big inspiration and big influence from on and off the court. From being who he is, where I'm from. Small city, in Ohio. Him just being an example on and off the court, just being who he is and being as big as he is. In the world. It's just great that we come from the same place, and he just kind of opened up the door and set an example. And from him to being who he is, or just reaching out to me, talking to me, giving me advice as I'm busy and there's a lot of things he's got going on. But he's really show love, and I really appreciate that. It's always gonna be something I remember. He's given me a lot of advice for basketball, and I just take the advice of him, like I said, as being a role model off the court. Just leading by example and being who he is. You know what I'm saying? But he's given me a lot of advice for on the court purposes, and I really appreciate that. It's really stuck with me, so it's gonna stick with me. So I really appreciate him doing that for me. On the court, real serious and competitive and aggressive, but off the court, I'm chill. Chill, like, what I'm saying? Not much else to say. If you're my friend, we're close. I'm really goofy to be around. I really like to have fun, things like that. But I'm a chill person. I'm not really too aggressive and things like that. But when I get on the court, I'm very competitive. And some people play sport. They're almost a different person. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely have that to me. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm an introvert. Definitely. Yeah, definitely. I like being into too much, but I enjoy having fun and stuff. But I'm just chill, laid back. I want to say the experience with them has just been big because that's the first program that really introduced me to the real level AAU, high level AAU. I had my first EYBL experience with them, being on different circuits, seeing people across the country. The coach for the program, he's really believed in me ever since I was young. So he's really helped me along the way and always been there for me and telling me, give me daily advice about working harder, just certain amount of shots that you should be getting up a day, things like that. And I think the program is a really great program. So I'm going to stick with them. And, they really shaped my AAU experience ever since I was younger. Not my first AAU team, but they really brought in my experience on basketball being with them. I just really want to show my skill set and the things that I've been working on in the gym. You know what I'm saying? I really want to show how much better I've been getting over the years. A lot of people haven't really been able to see me because last year, I didn't have an AAU season, and I transferred schools that year too. So a lot of people that would have seen me at my regular the old high school that I'm at now didn't get a chance to see me that year. So feel like this AAU season is really going to bring, like you said, the media attention that we talked about in the beginning of the interview. We're going to bring that, not only that, but college coaches being able to see my game, because not every coach has been able to see me play. So I just want to play my best in front of any and everybody and just show what I've been working on in the gym daily. So I'm just looking forward to that. I don't really take it as like how do you say, like a title or anything like that. It's just a name that just how I have to move accordingly to. You know what I'm saying? You gotta embrace it. You know what I'm saying? It's really just really thinking of yourself as that and moving as that. It's just one. So you know what I'm saying? So that's how I take it as. USA basketball is definitely my hardest but best basketball experience I've ever been a part of. I'll say that to everybody all the time. Just from the mini camps, the training camps, to the actual tryout, being able to be a part of the team. I feel like I've got tremendously better just on and off the court with how they teach character and things that they teach that doesn't really have to deal with shooting a basketball. You know what I'm saying? So it's really helping me with my journey in life, really helped me as a player, from the coaching to the people around the program, the different experience I had while being on the team, being outside of the country and things like that. I just loved it. I loved it. And, I don't know when it's going to start back up again, but it's definitely, like I said, the hardest, but best basketball experience of my life. It was just a lot of fun. It was a business at the same time, but it was fun. It was something I'm always going to remember. Just seeing the people from outside of the country and how they looked at USA basketball players and the fans out in Brazil, things like that, and be able to play different people and see their style of basketball and their style of play, whether it's from Argentina or Mexico and things like that, getting to see different players. It just broadens the view of basketball, and it just really makes you appreciate it even more that it can take you to places like that. You know what I'm saying? Just from being able to play the sport. So really something that was really fun for me. I really appreciated being a part of it. One takeaway I could say is at the next level, it doesn't matter how good you are. It's equally as important as the type of person you are. Whether that's just how you approach the game of basketball or how you approach life in general. Just being the type of person you is going to take you a long way, because basketball is going to stop regardless, whether you like it or not. But even if you want to achieve what you want to achieve with basketball, you still need to be a good person, have a lot of integrity, and just be humble as your journey goes on. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I could take away from it. That really teaches character with the program that they're building at USA Basketball. I was real close with Jalen Duran. I was rooming with him when we went to Brazil. And in the mini camps, I was with AJ Casey, Jaden Hardy, Richard Isaacs. Yeah, so that was some friends that was with and rooming with. But when I was with when we was in Brazil, yeah, I was with Jalen Duran. Then I was with Amari Bailey. I was in his room a lot, being with him. Dylan Hunter and Jabari Smith. So I was with those guys a lot. We had a lot of fun. So. Short term, I would want to say is just I really want to get the state championship in the city of Ohio. That's one short term goal. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's one short term goal I could say. Do you want multiple or one good? Yeah, I would like to win a state championship. That's one. Person, just being a better person daily. You know what I'm saying? That's really a life question, but I always want to be the best version of me every day, no matter what situation I'm in and what affects me with life in general. Because I obviously deal with stuff off the court too. So I just want to be the best version of me always and forever. Um, on the court, I just really hope I'm able to have the opportunity to be an NBA player, and really reach my goals as a professional with playing the game of basketball, because I know they can take me a lot of places. The love that I have for it wouldn't want me to stop, where I'm at right now. So I just want to keep going and keep pursuing my dreams and just keep going, working at what I'm working at. And off the court, I think that goes hand in hand, because when I have a goal, I want to achieve it. So I just want to keep being the best version of me, keep really maxing out the God-given gifts and talents and abilities that I was given. I just really want to reach my full potential as a player and a person. Um, I would say I bring maturity and a leadership, a vocal leadership to the team. You know what I'm saying? I feel as though my teammates can really take from what I do as a person, me being a good person, but they can also take from watching my work ethic and practice and things like that. Because I'm always going to push my teammates and always be on them. So I'm really vocal, as you can see. You've noticed that I'm a really competitive person and player. So I'm really vocal when I really get in the mode. I'm really locked in. I really make people feel me. So you know what I'm saying? I'm really I bring leadership to the team. A coach on the floor. A versatile player. That's what I feel like I would bring to a coach's team. I would say the eighth grade. That's what I think. That's when the eighth grade is when you're playing AAU, but then that CP3 camp happens, and that's where all the top eighth graders go. And that's like just everybody was there. It was people I didn't see 7-footers in my grade. I didn't even know that was in my grade. It just brings a lot of a lot of talents, and that's where I really did good. And LeBron actually took notice and posted me on his page, and a lot of people took notice of who I was and things like that. that's when people start taking rankings a little more serious around that age, getting into your ninth grade year. So I feel like that age, like the eighth grade, is really when it start really getting super serious. I would say on the court it changed as far as people knowing who I am on the court, so they're really trying to come at me. You know what I'm saying? Being their best. You know what I'm saying? So that's really something that's changed since then. It's opened many more doors of opportunities. I've been getting college scholarships from what I've been doing on the court and off the court. Having experience with USA basketball, things like that. So as time's gone on, many blessings come with it, but you got to keep putting the work in. Many blessings gonna come. So that's how I do it. So ever since then, there's been a lot of opportunities with basketball that I've been involved in. Yeah, at one point it was like something I got to get used to, but then it's like I don't want it. I never wanted it like when I was younger to get like too much. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people got a lot of attention in high school basketball. It's really a lot. So I just really hope that I'm ready for whatever attention I'm getting. But I think I think I'm ready for it now. And I want it now. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I got to grow into as I get older. So I feel like I'm ready for that now. But yeah, as I was younger, I didn't really want too much of that. You know what I'm saying? I just really want to focus on what I was doing. There's definitely a lot of people that got to deal with a lot of off the court stuff and on the court stuff as far as basketball goes, publicity and media. So, I want to say it comes naturally because that's why a lot of people are in this position. You know what I'm saying? Because God puts people in a position when they're ready for certain things to deal with certain things. So I think it just comes with who I was brought up, the way I was brought up, and the way I was raised, and people that surround me, my circle, preparing me and really showing me like, you know, life lessons of how it should be off the court, and that really transitions to on the court. So, you know what I'm saying? Just me being the person that how I was raised, this is how I am. You know what I'm saying? I've been just recruitment has been a good process, but I've been in a lot of relationships with good coaches, great people that's really believe in me as a person in my game. Great coaches, really established people. So I've been building a relationship with them, which has been good. But I'm just kind of looking forward to the next level and the next step as far as taking visits to certain colleges and to all my colleges that I've been offered from and the colleges that have interest in me. Because COVID has kind of stopped that. So I never even got to take a visit to any college or anything like that. But I'm ready to take that next step. Yeah. Forgive me if I leave anyone out, but I know Louisiana State's been reaching out to me a lot. Tennessee State, Georgetown. I talked to the Georgetown coach a lot. He's really a great person. Um, I talked to um, Kentucky's assistant coach, even though they haven't offered me, but they have a lot of interest in me from what I know. So I've talked to them. I've talked to Memphis a lot. They send me film, things like that. I talked to Iowa State coach, Ohio State, really building a relationship with those coaches and stuff. So, relying on just, I haven't really took it as like been cutting down the list or anything like that. So I haven't really had to really act like talk to my family about it like too much or things like that, or like ask my mom, what she thinks about certain coaches or certain programs. But it's been me, I just building personal relationships with the coaches and talking to them daily, even sometimes, sometimes daily, sometimes weekly. So it's really just been me in the process for right now. And the college coaches do reach out to my mom personally, my grandfather personally. They've been relationships of their own too. So, just being on me and just it's just been regular stuff, just trying to get me know me as a person, me knowing them as a person, them showing off their program, what's special about their program, what separates them. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention earlier, University of South Carolina has reached out to me. Been talking to me a lot, you know. But them just telling me what separates the program. That's the message that been sending to me, and then just regular conversation. Um, No, I didn't really have a dream school of going to, but I really had I have a habit of rooting for teams where I'm from. So, whether if I'm watching the Olympics, I really root heavy for USA. I'm from Ohio, so I really like Ohio State football and basketball. You know what I'm saying? So it's just something that I just have a habit for. So being where I'm from, so that's what I do. I just rooted for. You know,
Gotcha. Yeah,
I
no.
remember having a Aaron Kraft jersey when he was in college. So yeah, I remember those days of when the Harrison twins were at Kentucky and a lot. That's when I really watched college basketball. I was really into it. I really rooted for Ohio State back then. So looking for um, the values in the player and how they can help me, being that they believe in my game because they offer me. But not only that, but how they can help me off the court if they really believe in me, really want to see me succeed in life in general. And then just looking for how they run their program, the on the court, the type of players that succeed at their program, things like that. This where it's located at, where it's at. Um, just if I can see them there as a person, as a player or not. You know what I'm saying? So that's one to succeed wherever I'm at the next level, whichever way it is. So, always on my
Right.
mind, always thinking about the future. I feel as though like I'm able to play in both type of systems. Slow pace, half court, or fast pace. But I really like fast pace basketball. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like fast pace really fits my game, really, because I'm really good on the fast break. I can get out and run and really score and transition really good. So that's something that fits my game. I feel like.
You know,
Yeah, that's something I've been doing since I was younger, fifth grade, going coast to coast, just getting the rebound and pushing. So fast-paced basketball is definitely something I like being a part of. But I can definitely slow it down, getting the half court if that's what the coaches requires, or if that's his game plan. But fast-paced basketball has been fun for me, being a lot of transition. That's what I like. My role, I see myself as I would see myself as a Jalen Brown or Jason Tatum type player. You know what I'm saying? See my role as a wing that can really guard multiple positions and just be a scorer while being a two-way player at the same time. I feel like my athleticism helps me with that. I've always been a scorer since I was younger, but I definitely can get other players involved from being drawing attention. So that's as far as my play style goes. I feel as though I can fit those roles as I get older. But I don't know if I could get taller, things like that, or I don't know how I can. So, but that's just how I see it now for right now. Definitely. I'm definitely considering any way I can, help me in my future. I'm always thinking about other options, whether a college that doesn't really want to offer me because they might think I'm already set on a certain college. Because I'm completely open to all recruitment because I would love multiple options. I would love to be blessed with that. So really help me with my decision that I will make to where I want to be at the next level, whether that's G League, college, overseas. I'm definitely always looking at all types of options and seeing how I can better myself and put myself in the best position to win. So, definitely that. I would define it as, you can just how it I would define it as success as uh well it can get deep, yeah, you know, success is just I would just define it in one way because that can be a broad answer, whichever way you look at it. But to me, it's when you achieve a goal from something you worked at. Let's put it like that, because that can show yourself that you're successful because you put the work in and you achieved it. People love results, and then that can also show other people that you're successful because they're seeing you putting that work in. You're achieving those goals of yours. So that's success for me, definitely. A positive result. Um, that's one thing I want to feel success, but not satisfaction. You know, because I feel like I feel as though satisfaction can put you in a bad place, even if you are in the NBA. You know, people are NBA players and they make it, but you know, I want to be the type of person that's like a good or like a really good or great NBA player. I don't want to just be one that makes it and coast because I mean it might be good for some people, but some people might have a lot more potential that they can unlock and be so much better than what they are. So I feel as though my success would be reaching the next level and being good or great at that next level. As far as purchase, I don't really know. You know, I haven't really made too big of a decisions of purchase. But I would say probably my favorite type of shoes I like to wear on the court. That's probably one. But I haven't really made like two, you know, life changing decisions and choices yet. So I can't really say that, but probably some shoes. My favorite pair of shoes I like to wear on the court. You know, I like Kyrie's a lot. I like how they fit. Um, yeah, I like how they fit. I wore a specific type of Kyrie shoe throughout the whole summer because of COVID and I wasn't going nowhere. I was just training in the gym, so I just kept those with me in the car or just brought them with me every time I worked out. I like The Great Gatsby. That's a good book for me. Really deep, and I like the movie. So I can say that. Favorite book and movie. Just like this both. Because you just learn so much about life and loyalty and happiness and things like that. Just things about life. It gives you a lot of life lessons in it. And it's also a lot of action that goes on with it. So I really like the storyline that goes into it. I like and I like the movie because the way stuff plays out. I watched the movie a couple times, but I just recently read the book alongside the movie. So yeah. And I'm not really into big into like reading things like that, but that's one book that I can really like sit and really read and just, you know, really like the storyline, like things that's going on. And it teach you about life. So it really resonates. Embarrassing moment. As a basketball player, you never want to get dunked on. So I've been dunked on before. That's one. Definitely. That was the first time I got dunked on was in at Peace Jam in UIBL. That's happened my freshman year. So yeah, I was playing a grade up. Actually, it wasn't my freshman year, it was my eighth grade year. I was playing a grade up playing 15U with the ninth graders, and I got dunked on. That was big because there was a big crowd there and stuff. So that's one embarrassing moment I won't forget about. I could say I could say my favorite, not all time, but it's one of my favorite experiences, which is going down the states. Um, being being able to compete for a state championship, no matter what state you're in, but it means a lot in Ohio. Just the culture, how it is, and at the school I'm at. So that's really a big experience that I wish I can have another chance at. One thing I really loved and enjoyed. Pet peeve. Um, I could say people that complain in the gym really gets on my nerves. You know, I'm not just trying to say that, but you know, when I'm trying to, especially when I'm locked in and I got my teammates like, oh, we're at practice, or oh, we got to do this, or we got to do that. You know, that really gets on my nerves. I have a lot of pet peeves. I'm really, you know, to myself type of person. So it is a lot of things that irritates me, but that's one thing. Just not having an engaged teammate. Just you know, a whiny. You know, but we all have those days where we don't feel like doing something. So you know, I feel for it, but when I'm locked in and somebody's not locked in with me, that's something that really gets on my nerves. Influence, I could say my mother, because being that I didn't have a father around, she was always the one in the household that ran the show, that showed me about handling business and taking care of things that matter. You know what I'm saying? But I have a lot of role models, a lot of people that helped me along the way. But and that's my mom, so you know I love her. I always look up to her. Always going to be my role model. So that's just one that I can say. I would say talent and abilities can only take you so far. So that's something that LSU middle school, to be honest, because especially probably not back in the day, but especially just the way the game is evolving, just how these kids is nowadays. You know, you see what people doing in the 8th grade, the way they dunking and things like that. You got to have a skill set in high school and at college, especially in college. So, I that's something I used to. I might have, you know, relied on, but now, nah, that can only get you so far, to be honest. So, yeah. He's my twin brother, so we always in the gym together every day, and we know what we're trying to achieve and what we're trying to do. So it's not like he's just saying vocal things like, "Oh, you got to do this, you got to do that." It's just we just support each other, you know, always working with each other, and we know what we're trying to achieve and the task that's at hand. So like we just push each other just off of just being around each other, you know. I would say someone I will look up to is LeBron, you know, being where I'm from, being who he is and his work ethic and just who he's become. Us being from the same place, not even that, just from him being, if he was from somewhere else, you know, he's LeBron James. So always been a role model, always been somebody I looked up to. You know, it's just, it just really helps me. He really helped me along the way. Just really helped me with my love for the game. You know what I'm saying? See somebody like that really inspires you as a person, you know. He could say he could be looked at as what he says, a father figure in my life. You know, a lot of people would play their role as far as coaches or mentors that I've had as I've grown older. But you know, he's always been there teaching me stuff about life, about what a man should do and things like that, helping me with working with houses. You know, fixing stuff, building stuff, things like that. Stuff, how cars work, stuff like that. So he's always been pushing me as far as basketball goes too. So he's always played a major role in my life, always helping me along the way. And I know he has pleasure doing it too. Yeah, amount of work you should put in, which stuff like on your body, you know, he just knows a lot of stuff, has a lot of knowledge, you know, obviously lived for a long time, played sports, been dedicated to a sport, been good at it, very highly talented at a sport. So that's really appreciative that I have him in my life to show me the ropes and things like that, basketball. So I feel as though I can't really say specific time, but it's it's just a multitude of combining experiences in my life. You know, whether it's my household, things I see in my household, things I see when I go to school, um, certain teams that I played for growing up, sports I played growing up. It's all combined. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say it was a specific time that would shape me, but just my environment shaped me for real, to be honest with you. One of the best advice is working hard when you know you don't feel like it. Because that's really resonated with me because that's just in life in general. Like you get better, you don't get better off of just, oh, I feel like I'm gonna go to the gym today because I'm really motivated. You know, I really just feel good, really energized. So I'm just go to the gym because you're not always gonna feel like that. But if you can develop the mindset or the want to get better or to do something, even though you don't feel like it when you're tired, when you have a thought in your head, well, maybe you don't got to do this right now. You can just chill and lay down. When you do it anyway, that's when you really develop the habit of just work and just getting better. You know what I'm saying? So every if any, you know, if we could always just get better off of the times we felt like we wanted to get better, you know, a lot of people we get at a lot of things, but if you got to really fight through that mindset of, nah, I don't really want to do this right now. I don't want to do this today. And that's what something that's really stuck with me as years went on. Just always just wanting to get better even though you don't feel like it, you know, on your off days or good days or bad days, you know, just always getting better regardless of how you feel. My trainer Reggie Lewis, I'm out of Cleveland, shared that with me. A lot of people actually shared that with me. I know someone named Trey Lewis. He's a pro. He's went to Garfield Heights in high school from Cleveland. Tony Snell, when I went to the run with D'Angelo Russell and Devin Booker, he was amongst one of the many pros that was there, and he like took me to the side and really told me that, and he just told me about getting shots up or just he treats it like a job obviously because he gets paid for it, but if I really want to get there, you just got to keep doing it, every day, even when you don't feel like it. Those are the days it's really gonna make you, shape you, and mold you into who you are, and just having that work ethic. You know what I'm saying? So that really separates people. And it's really that's nothing. That's the separation because some people that's not gonna put the extra work in when they don't feel like it. But when you don't feel like it, you're doing it. So you're getting those extra. Anything extra can help. So that's often separation, not with yourself, but other people. That's a competition with you. So you I just take it as I always try to see it good in bad situations and just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Even when I'm wrong, I try to or make a bad mistake. I try to learn for it as best as I can and humble myself and make the apologies that need to be made and just keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been taught that. It hasn't been my strong suit always, but it's just something I'm continuing to get better and better at. Just dealing with just things not always going my way, not taking things personal, but just taking it, understanding it, seeing the good in it, and just keep moving. The head coach at the time told the story best at the camp, the start of the camp. He had actually told the story to the at the mini camp and just talked about adversity and perseverance. Me being like at one of the biggest stages and the biggest people I knew at the time with basketball. They know a lot of people. They can reach out to a lot of people. Really, tell coaches who I am, how I act. So I really got to act and be on my best behavior with them. So being that I messed up like that, I just really kind of felt bad. But I didn't really want to just wallow in it or anything like that, or just act like that. I just was going to learn from the experience and just help it shape me and mold me. You know what I'm saying? But at the light at the end of the story is actually earned my way back on the team after missing a couple games and actually won MVP. Not to say that I just dominated. I'm just that good of a player or nothing like that. Nothing like that. But the moral of the story for me is that after my first situation, after losing my temper and things like that, getting in trouble at the highest level possible at that age, and persevering through it, and still coming out on top in the end, winning the gold medal with the team. That's it's just always something I'm gonna remember. Always a story that resonates with me, and just resonates with me in life, not with just basketball. So it's definitely something I learned from. First purchase, it will be a purchase. I definitely want. I'm not dumb enough to splurge or anything like that, but it'll be like I would try to invest it in something, just to double it or triple it. Because I've never been in that type of money, and I wanted to make sure people around me is straight when I get it. If I were able to give it, that's some money like that. So I would triple it, and then probably go shopping or something first, but then make a one of those decisions where you get a house or something like that for a family member or something like that. I would think about that too. But yeah, probably just investing in it first. Yeah, trying to get more. Because when you get something like that, you just want more and more. You know what I'm saying? When people see results, they just want more of it. So that's what I would do. I would say the people around me. Most passive about my friends and my family and the people I love in my life. That's what I'm most passive about besides basketball. I love just chilling, being happy with them, making sure they're straight. You know, that's always something that's always on my mind. That's always gonna be there with me, especially when basketball's over. That's gonna be with me regardless. My loved ones. So, that's something I'm definitely passionate about. Um, Ever since I was younger, I thought I love art and I love math. So I would want to do something in architecture if I wasn't to be a basketball player or athlete in general. I love art and math, so I like the idea of architecture, building stuff, mapping things out, creating. You know what I'm saying? Being creative with what you can do. So like that's something I really enjoy. Oh yeah. I've always been an artist since I was younger. I like drawing, and not the typical artist that likes drawing things, but like I would just be younger and just take anything and just make a football out of it or fridge. Like I just like creating and building. Like you can ask my mom that. Like that's just something I like to do since I was younger. Just making items out of things that I could see around the house and things like that. So I just like creative stuff and being a creative person. But then I also do like to draw in the past too. You know what I'm saying? So that's always been a part of it. My love for it, I just really just like I like being a wide receiver. I like just running and catching the ball. So that's what I would want to be, that or a tight end, because I know my size will probably make for me being a tight end, but or probably cornerback playing defense. But I always like football. I know I'm kind of familiar with the teams and things like that, the history of it. So my favorite team is the Patriots before, you know, back then, back when. So never really been a Cleveland Browns fan, but they're doing better now, so I'm rooting for them. Four, I would say smart person. I would say confident person. I would say intent on what I want, things like that in life that comes with the fiery part of me. And I would say chill, because that describes my personality. It's 4 words. I'm such a just chill and basic person. I would just want it to be my name. I don't really know. Yeah, I don't really know, to be honest. Um, I can't really think of it. So much things happen in my life, so I don't know. I can't really think of it, but just probably the title of my name. That could show you insight on me. You know, so just chill type of person. I really, I don't really have like a grand name or something I could say. So I would just say that. Who I was and how I made people feel on and off the court. I want to be remembered for being a great teammate. People really enjoy being around me and being my teammate, and really like, just wanted to be on my team, want to play with me, me making them better, me making them enjoy basketball even more, hoping their experiences with life. So I just want to be remembered as someone that went hard, what I did, play hard for what I did, that really showed my full potential and the gifts that God's given me to play the sport at such a high level. I just hope to be able to just unlock my full potential and show people what I'm really made of. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want anything left in the end on the court. I just want to kind of all out there like a Kobe type thing, because Kobe, man, but it's hard to reach that level. Like he put everything into basketball. Like that's true. Like he really did his thing with that. So just kind of leaving a legacy behind. Not just memories of just he was just some guy that just played basketball. But I really want to have a legacy of what I'm doing with this. I really think about that a lot.